Alright guys, so I woke up this morning to one of the videos, that I made during our KICAS coffee hangout that Tunde had not posted on his page. And then while I was watching the video, I decided to go through the comments, and I saw a comment from a young man that he made. And for me, it became very disturbing because this is a narrative when I don't see people, they push, they portray over the years. And I think it's something that we must attack and make the record straight. Very important. We can't allow these false narratives to continue to fly, because to some people it will be like say it makes sense. First, I would want you to watch the video. When we come back, I go read the comment and then I will address that comment so that it will correct a lot of impressions out there. Please watch the video.
Very quickly, this also brings us back to the topic you were discussing before about federal government and states. So it's clear, 31 states to APC. That shows why the federal government is so powerful that the states cannot do anything. And the states also know that once the head is rotting, they can as well be rotting and nothing will happen. However, let me continue by saying that the only opposition the APC has is the Peter Obi, not a political party. So if Peter Obi moves tomorrow to party 1, 2, 3, the followers, they are not members of political party who have been oppressed and dehumanized to forcefully take rights and belong to a party. No, Peter Obi is a movement and a structure. And so even if it is 1 month, we are here. And I dare to tell all of those who are standing today upon the mandate, including the chief priest and the rest. When chief priest made a comment in one of his videos, he simply said that not until the day Seyi Tinubu took him to his father, all his enemies started running. Who be your enemy? Who they pursue you? So the reason chief priest joined APC was not because he was convinced about the personality and political party of Bola Ahmed Tinubu or APC, but because of his personal interest. However, as we get towards the 2027 general election, APC have been sharing rice and people are collecting. I made a video this afternoon and I just posted on my page. Somebody from the UK, after I made the video and posted, several people reached out to me and said, if you were in our shoes, you go collect the money. They gave us 800 pounds. And then, hold on, and then I said, if you cannot sacrifice your future, 800 pounds for 2 days, this is what they are using our monies to do. Share money. And the question is, a government who loves her people will not share rice to people as if the people are beggars. They will empower the people with infrastructure for the people to take care of themselves and think for themselves. But today, reverse is the case. In as much as we are very disappointed, we must realize that we have a future to protect. Our future, the future of our children, and the future of this great nation called Nigeria, the envy of every country. And that is why after 37 years, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu could walk into the United Kingdom without seeing any of us officially for 37 years. But they still borrow 746 million pounds. There is something in Nigeria that we must all unravel and become the giant of the world. Thank you.
You've watched the video, right? So having watched that video, I came down into Tunde Had Not comment, and then I saw this guy, J to the B, wrote. He says, so let's be honest. If he moves to APC tomorrow, most of you will move with him. No question, no hesitation. At this point, it is not political support anymore. It is a cult following. A cult following in politics are dangerous because they have no ideology. They only have loyalty. Whatever the leader says becomes the new truth. That is how accountability dies. You cannot claim to stand for change if your position changes depending on one person's next move. We have already seen how this plays out when politics becomes identity instead of logic. Case in point, MAGA. And then, BigCute_OG responded to him and say, "We follow a candidate who is capable and transparent and not the party. We are not DVMB like most of you whom take whatever you are dished. You said a lot of blah 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 without nothing." And then he came back. J to the B came back and responded to BigCute_OG and said, "What's the personal attack?" The guy clearly said if PO moved to any variation of party, that his followers will simply move with him. Now, he dey talk about me, wetin I talk for that video, right? And then he went further to say, hence, my question, party are meant to have distinct ideology and constitution. Jumping ship simply makes that prerequisite redundant, don't you think? Now, let me attend to these concerns of people thinking, oh, Peter Obi living from one political party to another still does not make sense and all of that. And then this guy is talking about political ideology, J to the B. And many of you who think this way, let me now help you so that it makes sense to you, since una no dey think deep. I do believe that if you see APC constitution today and their ideology and wetin they stand for, you go understand, say for that thing where they write, they not mean to put Nigeria for suffer. You will understand that in that thing, that their ideology, that their constitution where they write, so it not they say make that they disobey court order. It not they make that they rig election. It not they make that they oppress citizens. It not they that constitution. As a matter of fact, if you read that APC constitution, a good man with a good heart, if they carry APC constitution and its ideology and run with it the way that they write them for that paper, so Nigeria feel better pass America. And so that is why for people like us, look, Nigerians get law. If you see our laws, it's too sweet. If you see the constitution of these parties, it's too sweet. It is not about what is written. It is about those when you vote for power to go interpret that thing where they write. So most time once they get into that power, a lot of them not the they go check what in their ideologies be or waiting they about. They just implement what in their mind out of sheer wickedness. And so once an evil man take over power, even if the constitution of the party and the ideology of the party is good, the evil man acts based on how evil when he be. He not the acts based on constitution or ideology of the political party. And that is why today, you go see contractors when go submit their quotation onto do road. When you see the quotation, you feel see like how many feet, 5 feet of the road in thickness, the length, the quality. They go use 10 tons of asphalt to do maybe 1 meter and everything. The quotation is so sweet. If they do the road like that, the road will last for 100 years. But no, the quotation is different. Once they give them that money, what they go to do with that money, it's something different. They so reduce the standard that when some governments they come out, the roads they follow them they come out. And so the problem we have is not the ideology of the party. It's not waiting the right for grant for Nigeria. The ideology is for each party good. It makes sense. Now the people where they implement them. And that is why we believe that a Peter Obi is who we will follow. And for a lot of us, not be party and not any political party. The ideology of Peter Obi, now they convince me. And so I know with this kind of ideology, if it goes to any political party, because all the political party get good thing where they write. No one go write say they won't come make us suffer. No, they all have good plans on paper. Now implementation be the problem. And so we believe a man with good conscience and heart, if he pick any political party, document. He will work with his good heart and deliver. That is what we are saying. That is why I said it is not about the party, it's about the individual. And in case you do not know, let me further expatiate to you so that you go understand. Do you know in Nigeria today, our biggest problem is not even that Nigeria don't have money. We have money because they make budgets, budgetary allocations for agencies, for people, for government. But do you know what the problem is? The problem is that over 70% of our money, the budgetary allocations where they make, Nigerians, they thief them. It goes to people's pockets. They don't use them for infrastructure. They don't use them for capital projects. They steal this money. I can tell you they steal this money. And so that is why I believe that if we have someone who is prudent, who can manage resources, Nigeria will do a lot. Because tell me how you make budget, for example, for 100 million for something. For that 100 million, so you go still 70 million. What do you want me to 30 million do? And that is why you see that these contractors not they send. You give them a contract of 200 million naira. From that 200 million, so all of them now where they there, from the government agencies to those representatives for both the House of Assembly, House of Representatives, the senators, the ministers, the PAMSEC, all of them, they're asking for kickback. And so by the time everybody take kickback from 200 million, let us say they take 150 million naira as kickback, and then you leave the contractor with 50 million naira. What do you want me the contractor do? Because he to go make gain. Contractor go spend 30 million or 20 million for the road. He to go collect in 30 million. He go sit down because he knows so not go fish out. Or not say now collect the money. That is the problem we have in Nigeria today. The problem that people are stealing our money is the biggest problem. And so if we see someone who can help us manage resources, he has done it in his state, manage resources and save for this country. Save. The stealing is too much. That is our problem. Come and help us manage our resources. Even with the little we get, we can manage it and we can do great. You know that they inflate contracts for this country. Something that is clear. This comb, not pass highest 1,000 naira for market. As of today, this same comb, when I also government contract, they fit give you this comb where be 1,000, so they fit give you for 25,000 naira government contracts. And then they go tell you, say, oh, bring money back. These people go need, from the 25,000, they go need 10,000. This other set go need 5,000. This other set go need 5,000. 20,000 don't go. Then another people go tell you here and there, you go sort for them to facilitate your payment as a contractor. Another 3,000 don't go. They can't leave you with 2,000 naira. Where be contractor? You go find smoke comb. Whether I like a comb be or no comb be you go buy and provided na comb. Now then know what they want you to do. Na comb they say make you so apply. You will buy the comb. That is the problem we have in Nigeria. And that is why we are saying Peter Obi is the best man. Go do anything where you want to do. And we are standing with him as a person. For us, it's about a person. It's not about a political party. Because if with all the good things where the political party get to, if you put a bad man for that position, they will still not work with the constitution, with the ideology. They go still steal our money. Now the suffer what we suffer for Nigeria today. And that is why we are talking about individual. Once we see someone with credible integrity that is unquestionable to a large extent, I would prefer to stand with that person. And then I go hear some people go say, oh, Peter Obi na just one man. What if he not they do? Others can't they do? No! The only reason why you see most politicians are misbehaving and they steal recklessly, they're not the fear, is because they know that from the top, the same thing they happen. Imagine when the president is driving with more than 50 convoy, more than 70 convoy. Every other person go do the same because they know say if they do them, I supposed to do them. But when somebody like Peter Obi is driving and he get only 5 cars for a convoy, who are you? Which minister you be? Where you want the drive cars with 25 convoy? Which governor you be? Where you want the drive cars with 50 convoy? And so once the head set a standard, every other person will follow. So that is the problem. We need a leader who will come and set a standard that is reasonable, a standard that is acceptable, a standard that is honest and truth, when every other person go follow. And that is why we're still talking about the Peter Obi today. If, for example, as you did so, you get somebody when one can rob you, and you get 1 million, and the person go come rob you of 100,000 naira. And another person when still one can rob you 950,000 naira. Which thief you go prefer? Would you prefer the person that will come and rob you of 100,000 naira and leave you with 900,000, or you go prefer person when will come rob you 950,000 naira and leave you with 50,000 naira? Like we keep saying, we're not saying Peter Obi is a saint, but of all of them, is a better candidate, and you can say he's an angel for where all of them did. That should make sense to you. Get it clear, my brother. J to the B. Let it make sense to you and every others will not understand the truth and our arguments, so that we can build a Nigeria where go work for all of us. That is my concern. That's my concern. Peace and love.